First top headlines. ED arrests Jharkhand Chief Minister in money laundering case. Decomposed body of minor missing since May last year found in Chandal. Mizo student body protests over scrapping FMR burnt effigies of Prime Minister, Home Minister. And curfew relaxed in Imphal East, Imphal West and Thoubal districts till 10 p.m. For Kokching district till 8 p.m. In Bishopur district, curfew has been relaxed till 5 p.m. today. Hello, welcome to ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. I'm your host, Deemita. Now the news in detail. The Enforcement Directorate on Wednesday arrested JMM leader Hemant Soren after over 7 hours of questioning on money laundering charges in an alleged land fraud case, official sources said. Before his arrest, Soren tendered his resignations as Jharkhand Chief Minister to Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan at the Raj Bhavan and was then taken to the ED office. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Alamgir Alam, Labour Minister Setyanand Bhokta, Champai Soren and legislators Pradeep Yadav and Vinod Kumar Singh were present with Soren when he tendered his resignations to Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan. The governor said he has accepted the resignations of Hemant Soren. Sources claim 48-year-old Soren was evasive in his replies during his questioning and hence was taken into custody under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act (PMLA). The ED is expected to produce Soren before a special PMLA court here and the agency will seek his remand for custodial interrogations, the sources said. The sources said the agency put across 15 questions to Soren during the second round of questioning in the case. He was first quizzed on January 20th. The allegations of money laundering case against the JMM leader pertain to the alleged illegal possessions of certain immovable assets apart from his purported links with members of the land mafia. The investigation is linked to a huge racket of illegal change of ownership of land by the mafia in Jharkhand, according to the Central Prof Agency. The ED has so far arrested 14 people in the case, including 2011 batch IAS officer Chavi Ranjan, who served as Director of the State Social Welfare Department and Deputy Commissioner of Ranchi. An employee of the Jharkhand Land Revenue Department, Bhanu Prasad, was also arrested by the agency in the case. The ED is proving the alleged huge amounts of proceeds of crime generated by manipulations of official records by sowing dummy sellers and purchasers in the guise of forged or bogus document to acquire huge parcels of land having value in crores. Jharkhand Transport Minister Champai Soren on Wednesday said he has taken calm to form the new government in Jharkhand with the support of 47 legislators. We have stuck and claimed to form the new government with the support of 47 MLAs, JMM Legislative Party leader Champai Soren told reporters. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Alamgir Alam said we have handed over a support letter from 43 MLAs to the governor who was assured to call us. Earlier, Hemant Soren resigned as Chief Minister after more than 7 hours of questioning by the ED in a money laundering case. The decomposed body of a minor boy who had been missing since May last year has been recovered in Manipur's Chandal district. The highly decomposed body has been identified as that of 17-year-old Ngangom Nevi, who had been missing since May last year when the violence broke out in the state. As per sources, the body was found at Sakom village under Chandal district after combined search operations of Suknu police, central forces, forensic local peoples and family members of the victim that started from 11:10 a.m. today. The corpse was later brought to the morgue at Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, Janims in Imphal. The victim, who hailed from Sugnu Awang Mandop Lekai, has gone missing since May 28 last year. He had gone missing when armed miscreants attacked some villages in Sero and Sugnu. The family members had filed a missing report on May 31st last year at the Sugnu police station and later lodged an FIR on July 31st, 2023 also. Earlier, search operations were carried out several times. However, the body could not be traced for such a long period. Assumed dead, the family members had even performed the victim's last rites using a pangong tree plant as a symbolic representation of the dead body following customary practice. But the matter arose again when yesterday a video that showed a man being brutally killed reportedly gone viral on social media. Seeing that viral video, the family member again reported to Sugnu police stations. Following the complaint report, search operation was carried out today from 11:10 a.m. onwards in the presence of a forensic team, central forces, victims' family members and local people. Based on the viral video, the search operation was carried out in all suspected areas and finally the decomposed body of Ngangom Navy was found at Sakom village under Chandal district. A team of Maitai Chengak Maitrabag today extended monetary help to the family of led Amom Yaipaba, son of Amom Imoba and Amom Ongbi Bimola of Wangu Ahalub in Kakchik district today. Yaipaba was mercilessly killed by Kuki militants on May 28, 2023 at Chadon Pokpi. Speaking to media persons, President of Maitai Chengak Yumlembam Yaipaba said initiative has been taken up with the objective to help the bereaved family of those brave martyrs who sacrificed for the cause of their motherland.
Volunteer kudimak aduga ELITETV kudimak tazu makata nazu mateng pangjagi gani loinana hojik sathariba kangluki lan asida ekoi ningan naba leitana ekoi mayok naba ningan naba leitana ekoi maite ma oina ekoi lan asi mayok nagani haba thongnaga loinana ekoi changchanjariba Maitai Chengak na mateng pangbugi lambi asida mayam na jo angamba mateng pangbiu loinana akhoi buju pung thogot bibuga loinana akoina tawjiriba hoji oiriba phibam Manipur gi phibam kang maseng gi oiba lan asida yumdong kuding maki mi tholakana yumdong khudimaki volunteer tholaganda aikoi maitai bu aikoi Manipur aikoi iramdam asibu ngaktaba yade haina tholaiba khudimak pusu aikoi maitai chengaki maikai degi hainingai leitana ikoknona ikai khumna jari.
MLA of Wangkayesi, T.H. Arun Kumar, today inaugurated an open gym at Nomebung Chakpram Utility Park. The gym was donated by 32 Battalion CRPF Loktak under the Civic Action Program of 2023-24. Chairman of NCLDC, Dr. Chakpram Rupachandra, President of Eastern Students Club, Nongthombam Indrajit, and many distinguished persons of the locality attend the inaugural function. Addressing the gathering, MLA Arun Kumar said the inaugurated open gym will definitely help to the elder persons who are not able to go anywhere due to heavy traffic, though they even wanted to have physical exercise. He further said many youths of the area can have exercise here and will help to refrain from intoxicate. All possible help will also attend for the area for his site and appeal to use the open gym as their own property.
City, see the facility of Hengal is in a city. Open the Mama Kosia, sponsor of Vidna, open the Mama Silavina, Kanjavada, Sakum Director, the Sangapoida, Masapa of Missilabia, Roy in Kalation Kanbatan. I am not Masalo for the Niatare. She is a banana, she's a view, afaba phone afaba thamukni aduna lejarba khoi ki matam jadi lekai da su angang hokali mangang ji isa sa bu mayam am thole adu masi control to bu da masi na chobu mating pa ga du angang sing du se thola ga na hakchang sajel to bu ko to ra ga di isa sa ning bu su wa to ni adu si afaba khongthang ni CRPF tungan ba civic action program mayam mali mamam da su sigin te puki mapan da club lady ba swimming club to CRPF na to bi kan da renovation to na the angang sing da club sing da football pidana the net pidana tungan ba even hoi soi koi dan sa pa bai sa jaram bani tungan ba library gi adumba facility pi bi ai ato sigumba lekai gi suma papa club ma da library ma gumba sepat pada su CRPF na acho to da no bi la di yam no ai thani hen soi koi gi dan sa te propose to do entire team.
Students of Model Higher Secondary School Tera Khamnam Lairak today staged a sit-in protest against the issuance of transfer order of the principal of the school, P. Pedro, at the gate of the school. Many placards with slogans protesting against the transfer of principal were displayed by the protesters. Speaking to media persons, a student of class 11 expressed that at this critical juncture, transfer of the school principal is unacceptable. He drew the attention of the authority concerned to withdraw the order at the earliest. If the demand of the students are not met, many form of hesitations will be launched, he warned.
Prestige now in Model Higher Secondary School union University. Model Higher Secondary School Oza Nependro principal Oza Nependro transfer the report of education department study government study government given a labor any part of retirement any part of employee transfer to government transfer school school exam government transfer government education department transfer report
NSCNIM, GPRN or NSCN and NSCNKYA on Wednesday observed the 45th Raising Day at their respective council headquarters. In a message, NSCNIM Chairman Q. Tuka reaffirmed that the political and peace agreement, that framework agreement stood for remanded the only viable and ideal solutions to the long-delayed Naga political solution. Asserting that the NSCNIM had stood the test of time, he asserted that the group's commitment to Naga political cause remained steadfast in the face of rapidly changing times, adding that the NSCNIM had shown remarkable resilience and loyalty to framework agreement despite all difficulties. We have proved our credibility as the torchbearer of Naga political issue and national principle. We have stood the ground to stand by our flag and Yezabo that symbolize our history and national identity, Tuka stated. Acknowledging that Prime Minister Narendra Modi was a committed leader, GPRN or NSCN Chairman MB Neopau Konyak, however, in a statement regretted that he was yet to prove himself to Naga people on the unresolved Naga political issue. He demanded that the Indian political leadership walk the talk on the Naga issue, stressing that the central government had the moral responsibility to act since negotiations had completed. Pointing out that Naga people were patient practitioners of ancient democratic values, he reiterated that negotiations had officially concluded on October 31, 2019. On the other hand, in a statement, NSCN-KYA President Yong Ang said despite the unquestionable rights of the Naga people to sovereignty, the central government and pro-talks Naga political groups We're on the verge of committing another historical blunder by conspiring to end the hard-fought movement under the Indian constitutions. He opined that the so-called Naga solution was meaningless for the Naga people as the main ingredient, sovereignty, was not on the agenda. The Mizo Zirlai Paul at the apex student body of Mizoram burned posters of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah in protest of their plans to scrap the free movement regime FMR and fencing along the Indo-Myanmar border. They issued a statement expressing their objections to these plans. The student body burned statues of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah in protest against the potential end of the border fencing and the free movement regime FMR with neighboring Myanmar. In the press release, the MJP emphasized that major clans are dispersed across India, Myanmar, Bangladesh and within states in India. They said the borders dividing measures were imposed by the British without native consent and measures have never accepted these borders in their hearts. It was further stated that the central government's attempt to end the FMR and implement border fencing is seen as detrimental to clan interactions, social affairs and mutual assistance. They stated their regret over the Indian government's recent moves and declared they continue opposition to the move. The statement refers to Article 36 of the 2007 United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, UNDRIP, emphasizing the right of indigenous peoples dispersed by international borders to interact and strengthen relations. It also highlighted that the right to freedom of association in religious and social affairs, food and politics. It was also stated that the authorities should consult with indigenous people to ensure the realizations of these rights. The MJP was called on the central government to explore alternative methods for curbing illegal drugs and prohibited items without disrupting the border. Earlier, MJP had met with the requested actions from Mizoram Chief Minister Lal Duhoma and Home Ministry Sabdanga. Furthermore, MJP submitted a memorandum to Prime Minister Narendra Modi providing copies to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Vice President and Union Home Secretary. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Hello kids, 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 hello kids. Very nice, beautiful, colorful, colorful, rosy, rosy, cozy, cozy, wonderful, wonderful. Hello kids, 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 hello kids.
Shark India, build your future with us. Admission opened. Book your seat for February 2024 winter intake. Study MBBS in Kazakhstan. Why study in Kazakhstan? Safe country. Affordable fees with best quality education. Hostel and maize with Indian food. Recognized by NMC or MCI, World Health Organization and European Union. More than 5,000 Indian students studied. NEET pass and uncleared NEET students can apply, condition apply. Assure admissions in top medical university of Kazakhstan. Contact 8368133941 9862269004. Thangweban Karabam Lekai near NYK Club, Imphal West, Manipur, India.
That's the pinnacle of success for your children. Get enrolled to one of the finest schools in Northeast India, UNESCO School. Excellence in education.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the interim budget in the Parliament on Thursday. In her last budget speech before the Lok Sabha elections, she said the government is equally focused on GDP, governance, development and performance. Amid tension with the Maldives, Nirmala Sitharaman also announced that the government will provide a fillip to the tourism sector in Lakshadweep. The outlay for infrastructure has been increased to 11.11 lakh rupees crores for the year 2025. For our tech-savvy youth, this will be a golden era. A corpus of rupees 1 lakh crore will be established with 50-year interest-free loan provided. It will be for long-term financing and refinancing with low or nil interest rates. Many growth and development enabling reforms are needed in the state for realizing the vision of Viksit Bharat. A provisions of rupees 75,000 crores as a 50-year interest-free loan is proposed this year to support those milestone-linked reforms by the state governments. The revised estimate of the fiscal deficit is 5.8% of GDP, improving on the budget estimate, notwithstanding moderations in the nominal growth estimates. In the full budget in July, our government will present a detailed roadmap for our pursuit of Viksit Bharat revised estimates of 2023-24. The revised estimates of the total receipts other than borrowing rupees 27.56 lakh crore, of which the tax receipts are rupees 23.24 lakh crore. Number of airports have doubled to 149. Rollout of air connectivity to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities under Udan scheme has been widespread. 517 new routes are carrying 1.3 crore passengers. Expansion of existing airports and development of new airports will continue expeditiously. 300 units of free electricity to be provided per month to 10 million households through rooftop solarizations. Rupees 11.1 trillion capital expenditure budgeted for 2024-25, up 11.1% from 2023-24 allocations 100 MT. Capacity for coal gasification and liquefaction to be set up by 2030 as part of net zero progress, rupees 27.6 trillion. Revised estimate for total non-debt receipts for 2023-24, rupees 44.9 trillion. Revised estimate for total expenditure for 2023-24, slightly lower than the budgeted rupees 45 trillion. 5.8% revised estimate of fiscal deficit as share of GDP for 2023-24. 1.3 trillion total outlay for the 50-year interest-free loans for capex to state. Rupees 14.1 trillion gross market borrowings through dated securities for 2024-25. Number of taxpayers likely to benefit from the withdrawal of historical tax demands until 2014-2015. 86,000 crore budgeted expenditure for MG Naregas in 2024-25, same as revised estimate for 2023-24. 19% increase in gender budget of the center in 2024-25 to 3.1 trillion. As of February 1st, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the interim budget for the financial year 2024-25. Despite high expectations from the salaries class for changes in income tax slab, no alterations were announced during this budget session. Old tax regime, income up to rupees 2.5 lakh to nil tax, income between 2.5 to 5 lakh 5% tax, income from 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20% tax, income above rupees 10 lakh 30% tax, while in new tax regime, income up to rupees 3 lakh nil tax, income between 3 lakh to 6 lakh 5% tax with a tax rebate under section 87A available, income between rupees 6 to 9 lakh 10% tax with a tax rebate under section 87A up to rupees 7 lakh available. Income between rupees 9 lakh to 12 lakh 15% tax, income between rupees 12 to 15 lakh 20% tax, income of rupees 15 lakh and above 30% tax. The new tax regime was introduced in a union budget of 2020 and was made the default regime in the budget of 2023. However, taxpayers who choose the new tax regime are not eligible to claim several exceptions and deductions such as HRA, LTA, ADC and ATD. The full budget is expected to be presented in July 2024 after the formations of the new government post-Lok Sabha election. Taxpayers and experts alike had anticipated potential reforms or adjustment to the tax slab, but the interim budget did not propose any changes to the existing structures. The Assam Cabinet today cleared several amendment bills today by which the provisions of village councils has been removed and they have approved for several autonomous councils in the state. The decision was taken during a cabinet meeting today chaired by Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, where the cabinet gave the approval to remove the provisions of village councils and give approval to autonomous councils as per an amendment bill. These include the Rabba Hasong Autonomous Council, the Sonowal Kachari Autonomous Council, the Diori Autonomous Council, the Thengal Kachari Autonomous Council, and the Tiwa Autonomous Council. The cabinet also gave the approval to the missing Autonomous Council to remove the provisions of Village Council and increase the strength of General Council, retaining the ratio of settled tribe representations as per the existing Act. Apart from this, the Cabinet has also given approval to the Assam Tourism Development and Registration Bill 2024 for the purpose of revitalizing and promoting tourism in the state. The key features of his bill are registrations of all businesses or permitted activities related to tourism, institutions of adventure safety audit committee for conducting risk assessment of adventure sites and activities, penalties to be levied in case of contraventions to the bill, and power of the state to issue directions and regulations with respect to activities in tourist area. The proposed bill will bring benefits such as ensuring economic growth via development of tourism, growth of tourism, infrastructure, and provide for responsible and sustainable development of tourism, safeguarding Assam's cultural and natural heritage. Meanwhile, during the cabinet meeting, it was also decided that to ensure proper maintenance and operations of urban public water supply (PWS) schemes, such schemes located in municipalities are to be transferred from PHED to urban local bodies (ULBs) that would henceforth operate and maintain such schemes. And lastly, the cabinet today gave the approval for a new flyover in Guwahati city. To decongest Guwahati, administrative approval was given for constructions of a flyover at Cycle Factory Junction and its extensions up to Lal Ganesh Market on Guwahati Garbanga Road for Rs 376.11 crore. It has been stated that the proposed flyover will ease traffic congestions for people in several areas of Guwahati city. Noteworthy is that Chief Minister Sarma will be laying the foundation stone for the flyover tomorrow. The Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has given its approval for the determinations of marketing margin on the supply of domestic gas to fertilizer urea units for the period from May 1, 2009 to November 17, 2015. This approval is a structural reform marking margin and charge by gas marketing companies from consumers over and above the cost of gas for taking on the additional risks and costs associated with marketing of gas. The government had previously determined the marketing margin on the supply of domestic gas to urea and LPG producers in 2015. The approval will provide additional capital to the various fertilizer urea units for the components of marketing margin paid by them on domestic gas procured during the period 1st May 2009 to 17 November 2015 based on rates already being paid from 18 November 2015 onwards. In line with government's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, this approval would incentivize manufacturers to increase investment. The increased investment will lead to self-sufficiency in fertilizers and provide an element of certainty for the future generations in the gas infrastructure sector. Mizoram Police, in a joint operation with the Champai Forest Department, seized and rescued 49 exotic animals and birds in Champai, suspected to have been smuggled from India-Myanmar border site. In a successful operation, exotic animals and birds worth Rs 68.40 lakh were seized in Champai district. A combined team of Assam Rifles and a Forest Department carried out the operation based on specific information. The exotic animals and birds were hidden inside iron cages and plastic baskets and were being brought from the India-Myanmar border on the Aizol side. The entire consignment of exotic animals and birds worth Rs 68,40,000 and the accused have been handed over to the Forest Department, Champai, for further legal proceedings. The arrested persons are Vachonia, Tuipang, Saingat district, Valalthala and Zemobak, Aizol. The rescued animals include Solomon Kokato 10, Pox Parrot 2, Turtle 9, Snake 10, Lizard 16 and Marmoset Monkey 2. And now let's take a short break again. Stay tuned for more updates.
Presto Personalized Wonders, Imphal Nauna Hangdok Jere, Haidiba Asida, Personalized Gifts, Corporate Gifts, Awards and Mementos, Home Decor, Office Rubber Stamp Nachingba, Potlam Singh, Mafam Asida Pambigani, Ngasi Maglangsing Birau, Tilak Ras Enterprises, Presto, Tangal Bazar near Kasturi Tong, Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 Natraga 98621-00456.
Sky Hospital na heart attack patient gidamag pungkun mari chupna emergency service pisari kanagumba miyoina heart attack thabak naba mihulchang naidana chongba sor funba wantharakpada thengthaba tawdana Premier Heart Hospital oiriba Sky Hospital da khudakta pukhat piraktuna yengbi hausi loina na heart ki oiraba EPS plus RF ablation coronary angioplasty and stents device closure hole in the heart pacemaker ICD combo implant heart valve surgery and coronary artery bypass graft surgery heart hole surgery na chingba chang naina Pangthokli Akupa Marol Gidamak 8415-938207 da call tawbirau thengthabi kanu khudak talak piu masina adongi punsibu kanbangam gani.
Admission open. Live school Gari Makhalekai Airport Road, Imphal West ki Anova session English ngani kunmari ki damak pre-nursery dagi class 8 fao bagi admission form thajare. Electronic device counseling amadi extracurriculum activities kaya galoina na takki tambiri. Bosem na loba SSLC examination da awangba mark panduna chara chama pass tawduna leptana aphaba mahiroi sing puthokli ba school ne. Leiwa ki situation asiki yengzaraga admission fee chada yankai thagi fee chada kun tajagani. Irang sina hena sokalaba family singi oina permanent settlement productive fao ba students singi admission fee monthly fee yengzagani. Yoga class separate boarding for boys and girls when service ki kudong sabasing lairiba simangan biganu ngasimag school office talak piduna akupa marog damak tanaviu phone number 70055928876.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. Myanmar's leading resistance group and allied ethnic armed groups battling the military government on Wednesday released a political roadmap to ending military rules and enabling a peaceful transitions of power, saying they were open to peace talks with the army if it accepted their terms. The joint statement was released a day ahead of the 3rd anniversary of the army's seizure of power from the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi, and the same day the government extended the state of emergency for another 6 months. The emergency decree empowers the military to ensure all government functions. The joint statement posted on social media was the clearest yet on the resistance movement's goal if it prevails in the civil war. Myanmar's political crisis was unleashed when the military took power and used a deadly force to suppress widespread peaceful protests, triggering armed resistance throughout the country that the army has been unable to quell. The new statement is from the National Unity Government, or NUG, established by elected lawmakers who were barred from taking their seats. It claims to be Myanmar's legitimate government. These other signers are the Chin National Front, the Karenni National Progressive Party, and the Karen National Union, and in active combat against the military government. The joint statement's objectives include terminating the military's involvement in politics, placing on armed forces under the command of an elected civilian government, promulgating a new constitution embodying federalism and democratic values, establishing a new federal democratic union, and instituting a system of transitional justice. Forming a federal union has long been a goal of ethnic minority groups that would like to have more self-rule in areas where they are dominant. The statement calls for dialogue with the military's leadership, but only after it shows its unconditional acceptance of its plan for the terminations of military rule and peaceful transition of power. The document is meant more as a reassurance for third parties about the resistance intentions than an offer to open talks. Tin Tung Ngai, the NUG's Minister for the Planning, Finance and Investment, told the Associated Press. A recent offensive by a separate group of ethnic armed organizations calling themselves the Three Brotherhood Alliance seized control of strategic parts of northeastern Myanmar, exposing army weakness and sparking resistance attack in other parts of the country. Even before its recent battlefield defeats, the military government has acknowledged instability hindering its control over a large swath of territory. Upon improvement in the law and order situation in the Valley districts, curfew has been relaxed till 10 p.m. today in Imphal East, Imphal West and Thoubal districts. In Kokching district, curfew has been relaxed till 8 p.m. today. However, in Bishnupur district, curfew has been relaxed till 5 p.m. today. Traffic is seen as usual on the roads. Most of the shops and markets are opened. Several people purchased the essential items during the curfew relaxation. For ELITETV News channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. ED arrests Jharkhand Chief Minister in money laundering case. Decomposed body of minor missing since May last year found in Chandel. Mizo student body protests over scrapping FMR, burns effigies of Prime Minister, Home Minister. And curfew relaxed in Imphal East, Imphal West and Thoubal districts till 10 p.m. For Kokching district till 8 p.m. In Bishnupur district, curfew has been relaxed till 5 p.m. today. And that's all for now. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV 6 p.m. English News. Thank you and have a great day.